You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Welcome to Good Morning Vail. Happy Sunday to you. Happy holidays. I'm your host, Gretchen Pleshaw. I'm really excited because holidays, nothing says holidays like the Nutcracker. We're going to talk to the cast of the Nutcracker as well as Deca Bowl. Thea Noble is in studio to talk to us all about bowling and eating some great food over there. So sit right back, have some fun because Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Lions Head Jewelers Fossil and Mineral Gallery. Located in the heart of Lions Head Village for over a decade, our 4,000 square foot gallery boasts a one-of-a-kind experience that cannot be found anywhere else in Vail. We carry the most exquisite array of fine jewelry, high-end minerals, and museum-quality fossils. We invite you to come in and explore all the history and beauty that nature has to offer.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you on 92"? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on mountain perspectives and our new Spanish programming block coming this fall. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website at tv8vail.com.
wanted to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to my family in Florida, in Delray Beach, Florida. I missed you guys and wish you were here. Love you.
All right, Merry Christmas, Thomas and Annie. We can't wait to spend Christmas with you. Love you guys.
Hi everyone, happy holidays from Vail Health.
Les deseamos una feliz Navidad y un próspero año nuevo.
Have a happy, healthy holiday season. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, we love Eyepieces of Vail, 8 locations, all the things that you could ever need. Sunglasses, eyewear, helmets, oh my, we love the Eyepieces of Vail. Let's take a look. Kim went over there and chatted with a representative there.
It's Kimberly here, and I am so excited to be standing here next to the marketing manager of Eyepieces of Vail, Danny Berry. Danny, how are you this morning?
I'm good. Thanks for having me. How are you?
I'm excellent. You know, I'm loving standing in the middle of the famous goggle bar. It's really great. So we're here at the Bridge Street location of Eyepieces of Vail. So tell me what's unique about Eyepieces of Vail. You've been a staple in the Valley for so many years. You've got sunglasses, regular glasses, contacts, and goggles. So what's unique about you?
Yeah, so Eyepieces, like you said, has been around for a long time. We started out really as like a sunglass prescription optical shop. And over the years, we thought it was really important to kind of integrate the goggle part of it all. We find it really, really important that you're able to see out on the mountain. So we curate a great assortment of goggles that will help you just see really, really well on the slopes. It's really a safety equipment feature when you're out there. Our motto is see better, ski better. And so with that, we do a lot of prescription services for the hill in your goggles. So it's kind of a unique product. We love getting really techie with it. We're opticians at heart, but we also live out in the mountains and we love skiing. So we kind of build those two kind of passions together, and we have a ton of prescription goggle products.
Well, I would argue that, you know, having the right eyewear and the right visibility on the mountain is the most important thing from a safety perspective, because if you don't know what you're doing, you can't see where you're going, or if people around you can't, then that's where things happen. Yeah. So talk to me about your prescription. Like, how does that work? And, you know, if we were to come in, can we bring our own goggles in, or do we have to purchase them here? Tell me all about it.
Yeah, so we have a couple different prescription offerings. If you already have a goggle that you love, or you have several goggles that you love to kind of rotate through your assortment of skiing equipment, we have a prescription insert that works great in a variety of goggles. We call it the butterfly insert. We put an anti-fog coating on the backside of the insert, and then we're able to kind of put it in whatever goggle that you want. It's a very universal fit. So if you have your sunny day goggle and then you have your cloudy day goggle, you can move them back and forth. Or as you can see, we have tons of great options back here if you want a quiver of goggles as well. But this is a great option if you just want to be moving it around. It's very lightweight.
Is
big
it
lens.
pretty flexible as well? Yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, it's a very universal fit. So we can most likely fit it in any goggle that you want, or fit it in any of the goggles that we have here. So this is a great option.
Yeah.
Super quick turnaround. So if you're needing something in a couple days, we can make that happen. If you're coming out in a couple days, give us a call and we can, you know, get it started for you so that it's ready by the time you get here for your ski vacation.
So you can call and email your prescription in if you are not physically here.
Correct.
That's
yeah.
great.
So we always encourage people to do that so that it's ready to go and you are all set for the rest of your ski vacation.
That's amazing. So let's say you have the same pair of goggles and you wanted to switch your lenses out. Do you have to take the butterfly prescription lens out first and then you switch the lenses? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's so easy to take in and out. So if you have one goggle and multiple lenses, it's super easy. You just take this out, takes 1 second. You can switch out your lens to the sunny or the cloudy day and then put that insert right back in. It's very sleek. So from the outside, you can't even tell it's there.
Yeah.
So no one will know that you have that insert in there, but you know you can see great with your, you know, custom prescription goggle.
Best vision on the mountain.
Yes,
That's
definitely.
amazing. And
Yeah.
that's what makes Eyepieces of Vail so unique. So
Yeah.
You have been in the Valley for so long, so tell me about anything exciting that's coming up.
Yeah, so this is a very exciting winter for us. We are celebrating our 40th anniversary this winter.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, we're very excited about it. We've grown quite a bit in the past couple of years, but we're very excited to be able to celebrate this with all of our wonderful customers, our fantastic team. It's a really incredible milestone. We have some exciting parties coming up. We'll have our 40th anniversary party. We have a collaboration coming up with one of our favorite brands, Chrome Hearts. So we're very excited to be able to announce that. We have basically like a custom design frame that we're doing with the company. So we'll be launching that in February. And then our 40th anniversary party is in March. So yeah, we're very excited to be celebrating all that.
40 years in the Valley is so impressive. So in regard to that, you have celebrations, you have parties and events coming up. So are these open to the public? Are they invite only? Tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, we'll be inviting a lot of our customers, but we always kind of have an open door policy. We love to meet new people, have old customers come back in. So yeah, keep an eye out for those invites. We also have all of our events listed on our website. So if you want any updates as far as, what's coming up for parties, trunk shows, we'll be doing all winter long. Some really great brands where they kind of come in a different vendor every week, and they have a huge assortment of everything from their collection, and customers can have that really personalized kind of shopping experience with some of our sales reps and our staff members, and do prescription lenses, but all of those events are listed on our website.
Amazing. And if you're anything like me, you like to have options. So you have all of the options here at the Goggle Bar as well as the trunk shows. So where do we go if we can't make it to any of the events and we want to just pop in? What are the typical operating hours? Where are you located? Tell me all about it.
Yeah, we have 8 locations. They all have slightly different hours. So we have 4 locations in Vail. This is our Bridge Street location right by the gondola with our Goggle Bar. We have our Village Center location, which is across from the Solaris. We have our Sport location, which is in the Sun and Up Hotel. Lions Head in Lions Head Village, a little bit of a smaller boutique experience. We have Beaver Creek in the Beaver Creek Village. Edwards in Edwards Corner. We have our newest location that opened up this past summer in the Willits Shopping Center in Basalt over in the Roaring Fork Valley, and then a Snowmass location in the Snowmass Base Village, which is our second location in that valley.
So preferred vendor for all things eyepieces and eyewear. This is a really fantastic store. What you all do is wonderful. You do white glove service for each customer that comes in. I've witnessed it just standing here. It's wonderful to see the work that you do. So we appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. Now tell us, where can we go one more time for more information?
Eyepieces.com. It has information on all of our prescription services. You can schedule eye exams on our website. More details on all of our locations, hours, all of our brands that we carry, a huge assortment collection-wise, and events. And you can also, you can shop for kind of accessories on our website as well.
Awesome. Well, Danny, thank you so much for all of the information. Congratulations, 40th anniversary. That's huge. It's really great to be in business for so long.
Yeah.
We love the work that you're doing here and the brand that you've established in the Valley.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Now stay tuned. Keep it here for more. We'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these 2 luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail, Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno, Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
My name is Tyler Alvarez. I work here at Sweet Basil in Vail. I'm a bartender here. I originally came to Vail to snowboard. I slept on my sister and my cousin's couch for what was supposed to be a week, turned into 2 months, and then I found my own spot, and then kind of made friends and worked different places in the valley and kind of just fell in love with it more and more every single day, and ended up finding my way to Sweet Basil through some friends who worked here and all the great things that I heard about it. And yeah, I've been here for 4 years now. It's hard to wake up in Vail and be upset when you look outside. It's just beautiful. My favorite part about working at Sweet Basil is definitely that I could be proud about everything that we're putting out, whether it's food, drinks. We also get to be really creative here. The bartenders, the whole team here, we workshop our menus every season, so we'll start with a spirit or an ingredient, and then we get to be really creative and make a whole project of it. And then when we get the final product, it's a drink that we're all really proud of for the whole menu, and that's super fun, just being able to be creative and work with new things. And the most fun cocktails to make, though, are definitely the ones that we get to create from scratch. When people take a sip and say, oh my God, this is delicious, or they just love it. And that's probably the most fun for me, the creativity behind it and making unique cocktails. That, for me, that would be the most fun drink to make, just the one that you start from scratch and then people are excited about. I'm Tyler, I live and work in Vail. Come see me at Sweet Basil.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show. Now, if you want to have some fun, get some amazing food, and do a little bowling, there is nowhere else in the valley like Deca Bowl. Let's take a look at the interview.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Joining us on the couch is a very special guest, Thea Noble, Vice President of the Solaris Group. Welcome.
Hi, thanks so much for having me. I'm excited to be back at TV8.
Yeah, great to have you. And as part of the Solaris Group, you help run Deca Bowl.
Yes.
Located in Solaris, right by the ice rink. And you guys have something going on almost every day right now, right?
So yeah, we're a Deca Bowl, so we have the dining aspect at Deca. We have really great food. My personal favorite is wedge salad, fish tacos, burgers, and then we have the bowling alley in the back. And we have a few different events that we're hosting, and I'd love to talk to you about them here.
Yeah, and what's so cool about that space is the bowling alley in the back, but the restaurant and the bar up front, so whether you're bowling or not, you can go in and have a great experience, which is great.
Exactly, so sometimes people are coming in just for the food because it's that good, so you don't have to bowl, or sometimes people come and they can eat while they're bowling as well.
Love that.
Any combo you want.
Love that. Yeah, I took my family there for Thanksgiving a couple years ago. It's great. So, but New Year's Eve is coming up, and can you tell us a little bit about what's going on at Deca Bowl for New Year's?
Yes, so we're really excited about our New Year's Eve party. It's called Galactic Groove, and it's space themed. So we're going to be having people dress up, think like metallics, like fun outer space outfits, stuff like that. And we have some great entertainment. We have 2 DJs, so we have Ethno from Thievery Corporation playing, as well as DJ Sunfors. She has played at a lot of places. She's out of Sweden, in Los Angeles, in New York, and so they're flying in to perform at our New Year's party.
So cool. And so what happens? So do you guys move some of the restaurant around to build a dance floor for these guys?
Yes.
Like DJ set?
Yeah, there's a dance floor. There's 2 aspects that people can enjoy. They can come to both, or they can do one or the other. So there is a 4-course dinner beforehand, and that is things that's really decadent, fun way to bring in the New Year's, like lobster, steak, surf and turf, espresso bean creme brulee. So you can get dining tickets if you want, both for parents and also kids can come to that. And then we have the party after hours, and we'll transform the space, and there will be dancing. We'll even bring in dancers, galactic go-go dancers as well. So we'll kind of be like a whole space-themed party looking into the future.
Amazing, amazing. I'll have to get my astronaut suit dry cleaned before that. Beautiful, beautiful. And then it's in the heart of Vail, right? So if you want to go out on New Year's Eve and feel like you're having a Vail experience, Deca Bowl is definitely a place to be. And it's right there at the ice rink. Can you talk a little bit about some of the ice shows?
Yeah, so there's a free exhibition of ice skating. It is on December 16th and December 30th. There's 2 showings, one at 5 o'clock and one at 6 o'clock. And these are world skaters that are professional Team USA skaters, skaters that have performed in Olympics, things like that. So it's really fun to see this artistry right in the Vail Valley.
Yeah, what a great event for some kids to come check out and some adults too.
Yeah, and then also if you want to hit the ice rink yourself, you can grab some skates, and it's a fun winter activity to go on the rink too.
Yeah, and we talk bowl, the bowling alley, that might have a certain picture in your head, but this is a unique bowling alley, right? The balls are special, there's TVs everywhere, it's kind of different, right?
It is, yeah, it's like the customized bowling balls and then the white lanes, and people will go like, oh, this is not what I was expecting for a bowling alley. We like to think of it as a restaurant with a bowling alley in the back. The big screen, so for sports games, things like that, it's fun to come have a drink and enjoy it there.
It's a great spot.
Yeah, and for New Year's as well, if people are interested in a more VIP experience, people can actually, it's like if you're going to a club and purchasing a table, you can get a bowling lane during New Year's, which is definitely fun. And there's packages to get bowling or to also just get tables. So if people are interested in a VIP experience, they can email kat@decabowlvail.com because those tend to sell out pretty quickly.
That's awesome. And those DJs are legit. That's going to be a great show.
Yeah, and tickets right now, there's still tickets available, but the prices will increase. So people can go to decabowlvail.com and get some tickets and get ready to groove on during the night.
Love that, and get their space suits.
Yeah,
rock, right?
if you, space suits optional, but if you're really committing to the theme, go ahead.
Yeah, amazing. And I got a humble brag. I've bowled a perfect game before.
Wow.
In Wii bowling.
Oh, okay, all right. I want to play you. That'll be perfect.
But so Deca Bowl, it's there year round. What else happens outside of New Year's?
Well, it's also a great place to rent for private events. So people have had holiday parties there, wedding rehearsal dinners, and it's such a great place for groups to rent out and make their own. So that's a fun venue that's right in Vail. You're right in the plaza, and you can rent it out and put your own twist on it. So we see birthday parties, corporate events, weddings, and so forth, all happening at Deca Bowl.
For sure, and Deca Bowl's been around for a couple years now, and it's been
doing
great, right?
Yeah. We've had that for almost a decade now, and then we've now opened our sister restaurant. It will be our 1 year with Chasing Rabbits.
Awesome. And New Year's, the party starts at 9 p.m.?
It's at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock?
10 o'clock, and the dinner, you can get a seating at 5, 6, or 7 o'clock if you want to come and do the 4-course dinner beforehand.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And it goes till 2 a.m., right?
Yeah, you got to ring in the new year with the countdown on midnight. So yeah, it's late night.
Yeah, awesome. And Deca Bowl, it's unique, it's different. What's next for the restaurant and bowling alley?
Well, what's great is that the food is bringing new dishes. So definitely try it. We just brought some new mocktails onto the menu, new cocktails. So it's a great experience for people that are foodies, as well as if you just want comfort food as well. You can kind of choose your own. So the menu is always elevating at Deca Bowl.
Yeah, and it's right next to where they rent the ice skates, right?
Yeah.
So the parents that get the kids going on the ice skates might be able to hop in for a drink or two or a bite or two. Right?
Exactly. Yeah. So it's kind of full service. And then we have some events at our sister restaurant that I can talk about as well.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So at Chasing Rabbits, this season we're bringing in a lot of great musical acts and DJs. So we have Sunburn and Cherub that are both coming in, and a few other surprise artists. So if you go to chasingrabbitsvail.com, you can get tickets for that as well and enjoy music. We have an arcade called the Rabbit Hole, and it's a really fun place to dance the night away.
Yeah, and talk about another unique spot, Chasing Rabbits. How do you explain to people how to go into Chasing Rabbits?
Yeah, Chasing Rabbits is an entire journey. It's a 13,000 square foot venue with 4 different unique rooms. And each room is a complete different experience. So we have a Mediterranean restaurant. We have the Rabbit Hole, which is an arcade with fun games and lights. We have a speakeasy, which is the only upscale speakeasy in Vail Valley. And we also have a library lounge. It's very intimate, and you can eat, have cocktails in there. And each room is completely decorated in its own way. So we see people come multiple nights in a row doing a different type of experience. And it's based on Alice in Wonderland, so it's kind of going down the rabbit hole and experiencing it for yourself.
For sure, for sure. And talk about the great food there as well. In addition to Deckable, they're doing some fantastic things.
Yeah, we have the Mediterranean food, and we have 3 different cocktail menus. So it's all different cocktail experiences. So the restaurant, the Rabbit Hole, has more tiki-inspired type drinks. And then in the Moon Rabbit, it's a little bit of an artistic experience. So we have a drink that comes in a ship, or a drink that comes out of a clock, or things like that. So there's a story element. It's more than just getting a drink. It's really like entering an immersive experience.
Yeah, I get FOMO every time I see a picture or a video from Chasing Rabbits. And what's the deal with the drink that has the bubble on top? What is that?
Oh, that's our famous one. It's the Cosmonaut.
Okay.
And it comes out with our little Cosmonaut bunny waiter. It's a bunny astronaut. So I guess it's a little bit of a Deckable, a space theme, and then our bunny from Chasing Rabbits. And it comes out with the bubble, and that's a mist that you can kind of experience, and it's definitely an Instagram worthy.
Awesome, awesome. Well, New Year's Eve, definitely check out Deckable or Chasing Rabbits, or year round. Chasing Rabbits is kind of new on the scene still, and if you haven't been, you have to go. It's just such a unique thing. Thea, is there anything else you want to add? Anything else I should ask you?
I think people should just go to both of our websites to see our events, because we're doing all types of events like magic, jazz nights, different things like that. So definitely check it out, or follow us on social media, Deckable or Chasing Rabbits Vail, because you don't want to miss out on the types of events.
Yeah, definitely check them out on social media. Some fun stuff coming up for New Year's. Thanks so much for joining us,
Yeah,
Thea.
thank you for having me.
And we'll be back with more TV8.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tv8vail.com y nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Well, Archer and I are going to get headed on further down the trail, but I hope you'll catch up with us a little bit later. Hi, I'm Ben Roof, and I'm one of the new hosts here at TV8. I'm so excited to share all of my explorations throughout the Vail Valley with my dog Archer, where we'll be taking you to hiking trails, biking trails, maybe we'll go rafting, fishing, or whatever else we can come up with. I'm so excited to share all of that with you in my new segment, Outdoor Adventures. Don't forget to catch up with us every day right here at TV8 Vail or at tv8vail.com, because there's always more for you on 92.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tv8vail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Experience the magic of the season like never before with the Leadville Railroad on our Holiday Express. Gather the family for an enchanting journey filled with dazzling displays of twinkling lights and festive decorations. Create cherished memories that will last a lifetime on this unforgettable train adventure that captures the spirit of the holidays. booking information at leadvillerailroad.com.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, if you're like me, I love the holidays. I also love the holiday snacks that come along. Let's look at the Christmas crackle that Kim made, alliteration, right here on Good Morning Vail.
Welcome back. We're in our favorite place. Well, I guess my favorite place, the kitchen, and I love it.
I'm pretty partial to the kitchen too, I gotta say.
I know, you're a bread aficionado.
I love to bake, I love to cook in general,
You really
and
do.
it's always fun when you show me these new crafts and these new little treats.
Excellent. Well, let me tell you. So today we are making what is known as Christmas crackle. Typically, it's made with saltine crackers as the base, but we're actually going to do something a little bit different and use the pretzel crisp because it actually makes it it gives you more dynamic and more texture. Plus, you've got the delicious saltiness from the pretzels. So to tell you about today's ingredients, you need pretzel crisps, chocolate chips. We're making it 3 different ways. So we'll do pretzel crisps, chocolate chips, peppermint, and then brown sugar and butter. And really, that's it. It's super simple. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We've got a tray with, you want to make sure that you have a baking tray that has edges because it gets a little bit messy. But Ben, if you wouldn't mind just finishing lining the tray with all of the pretzel crisps. So we're doing the first way with just caramel. And then the second ways will be covered in chocolate. So with the caramel pieces, I would suggest doing whole pretzels, but everything else you can just kind of throw on whatever the remaining pieces are because it's going to be delicious. But we've got our pot heated up here. It takes 2 sticks of butter. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these 2 sticks of butter into the pot here. Who doesn't love butter when it comes to holiday treats?
You know,
Butter,
that's one of the
sugar,
best
carbs.
things about the holidays is that for a month or so, you can just let that diet go right out the window.
We're on that Santa Claus diet. But yeah, we're just in basically what you're going to do is you're going to get all the butter in here. You want to make sure that gets nice and melted. And you don't want it to be too hot. So putting that in there, we're making sure that it's on a nice medium heat.
You want to keep the butter from boiling,
You
right?
want to keep the butter from boiling initially. So then we're going to pour in 1 cup of packed brown sugar. So that is in there. And then you just kind of start whisking it all together. And this is how you make a nice, delicious caramel. Obviously, we're not making the individual chews, but we're making a kind of a caramel sauce. But that brown sugar, you get that butter melting, you get the brown sugar melting, and you just kind of keep it going. So what I love, and Ben, you're doing a great job here, but what you want to do is with all of these pretzels, just have them touching or slightly overlapping. It's not, they don't have to be perfectly packed in there, but it really just kind of encompasses all of the caramel sauce that we're going to be pouring over it
And
here
if they're
in a
not
second.
overlapped right, those different pieces of candy can kind of solidify together, and then it doesn't come out nice and individual. It turns into one big sheet.
Exactly, exactly. And we do want some of them to be individual, like for the pieces that are going to be just the caramel topping, because then it's a nice, pretty presentation. But you know what I love about this? One, it's great to have on hand. You're just adding it to the cookie jar, really. But also, they really make great gifts. And if you've got teachers that you want to give gifts for, this is a fun way to kind of, I wouldn't say have your kids help because it is a lot of heat in the kitchen, but they may be able to help at the end when you get to
They
break
could
it all up.
definitely put all of the
They could
pretzels
set
out
up the
on the
pretzels,
tray.
absolutely, yeah.
I'm pretty good at doing the kids' jobs.
They can help with the toppings, all of that fun stuff. But I know, Ben, the holidays are really big for you and your family. So
They really are. My family, we tend to get just really into the holiday spirit and really enjoy getting together with each other. And one of the big things that has always been part of our family's holiday tradition is a lot of these types of crafts. And one thing my mom always did, every year, she would make these giant batches of caramels that she would then give out to everybody. I mean, family, friends, teachers, relatives, coworkers. She even gives that out to some of her favorite students or some of the kids that she's, mentoring in her job as a professor. And it's just an awesome, awesome holiday gift. And she's really gotten pretty good
I
at it.
need to meet Ben's mom and get some of those gifts that she's giving. But yeah, this looks great. So you've got the whole tray lined, and then we've got a couple of different topping options. So we're doing just the plain caramel, which we've already talked about. And then we're gonna do some with chocolate and sea salt. So this is kosher salt, and then obviously delicious chocolate. I like to use a semi-sweet. You can do a milk chocolate if you want a little bit more of a sweet flavor to contrast that saltiness. And then we're also gonna do chocolate with peppermint. The peppermint piece is probably one of my favorites. So you can take a candy cane or just individual peppermints, you just smash it up in the kitchen to get it that nice flakiness. But we're getting close here. So there's kind of a trick to this. Once it's kind of melted down, as you can see, the butter and the sugar are not fully melded together quite yet. It's gonna start bubbling once it gets in there. Once it starts bubbling, you have to keep stirring for an additional 3 minutes.
Gotcha.
So once you do that, as you can see here, we're getting it going. We're almost to that bubble piece. And then one of my favorite things is using technology in the kitchen. So Ben, once we get the bubbles going, I'm gonna ask you to start timing. And it looks like it's about to start happening here. So you wanna make sure that it's bubbling in the center. It's bubbling around the edges, and I don't know if you can see that, but these bubbles are coming up here. So once they start bubbling, immediately start the timer for 3 minutes.
Gotcha.
So I would say we could probably go ahead and do it. The bubbles are starting to roll in there. And the reason you want to make sure that you kind of start the timer, you're gonna be stirring it consistently for 3 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead.
Timer is started.
Timer is started.
3 minutes.
And we're just gonna keep stirring it because you wanna make sure that you don't burn the sugar or burn the butter, because the last thing you want is burned caramel. It doesn't. That's one of the things that I always struggle with is how do you pronounce caramel? I say caramel depending on my mood.
I've almost always said caramel, just caramel.
It's like that tomato thing. But yeah, these pretzel crisps look great. You can see it's starting to kind of solidify and come together, and we're just going to keep on stirring
See that
it.
color starting to change too, to get that nice, rich, light brown.
You can smell it. You can smell the richness of it. And this
smells
is just so simple. Who would have thought making caramel or caramel is just butter and sugar and stirring it in the pot here?
One of the things my mom always adds to it is she always adds sweetened condensed milk. Yeah. That's a huge part of her recipe. That she seems to. Of course, since we're putting it on pretzels, it doesn't need to be perfectly smooth,
that beautiful, opaque,
stretchy, but
silky brown color.
Exactly, but
delicious.
that definitely can be one of the big factors in this. Just a little bit of extra sweetened condensed milk can help everything come together a little bit.
Exactly.
But
now,
that makes things way more challenging because the sweetened condensed milk burns so much.
So you really have to make sure you've got the right temperature. So as you can see here, it's really starting to solidify, and the bubbles are happening. We've got about another minute and a half left. So you just want to keep stirring it, and it's going to thicken up as you continue to stir it. But one of the things, as we're doing this, the next trick will be to pop all of this into the oven. So we have the oven set at 375 degrees. So we preheated that. You want to make sure that it is exactly right. And then another trick. I learned this the hard way the first time I made it. You want to make sure that you have a cookie sheet with edges. Edges are key here because while it's in the oven and it's continuing to heat up, the caramel actually expands. The first time I made this, the pretzels rolled off the side of my oven and my oven smelled like burnt sugar. There are worse things your oven can smell like.
There are worse things that your oven can smell like, but there are not a whole lot of things that are harder to clean out of your
Very
oven.
true. I think I'm going to have to hire a professional for that. But anyways, once we pour it on here, it'll just be really delicious. It'll just kind of all be hanging out and, you know, melting into that flavor.
But we do have another step too, right? While everything's in the oven, we need to melt the chocolate and get that ready. So when everything comes out, it's nice and warm, and that way things don't clump and stick together.
Yeah.
So how would we go about melting the chocolate?
So I'll share that trick and secret with you here in a second. But basically, we are coming up 18 seconds left. You can see the consistency. It's almost like a cloud. And it's just really, really fluffy and light. You can tell that it's starting to turn into a little bit more of a solid caramel flavor.
4,
Counting down, 3, 2, 1. Now here is the fun part. We're gonna make sure that you turn off your burner before you do this. But the next part, we're literally just pouring it all over this, and it will expand in the oven, I promise. So if you feel like you've missed a piece, don't worry about it. We're just gonna dump it.
And the more evenly spread you've got everything, the easier it's gonna be too, to just kind of dump it all over without creating a lot of pockets or dead spots or anything, which
we've got a few of, but that's
hopefully I did okay.
That's okay. We'll have some because as it's cooking in the oven, it'll literally just expand, so we don't even have to worry about it. So we're popping that in the oven there. And we've got one more pot here, and the next piece is going to be to just stir our chocolate and to melt it. So you want to keep it in the oven for about 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
So we got 5 minutes here. We're going to try to hopefully get through this fairly quickly, but the next piece will be semi-sweet chocolate. So we're going to heat up the pot first. We want to make sure it's nice and heated. And then we're going to just stir it on a low heat.
Now, for doing something with sea salt and caramel, semi-sweet is really ideal, right? Because if you do end up with...
That would be my preference, but, you know,
I mean, other people do have different preferences, but I have also found that, like, milk chocolate doesn't tend to mix very well with the sea salt.
It doesn't, and you know what's interesting? If you're going with 2 different kinds of chocolate, if you are doing a white chocolate, I would suggest doing a double burner or doing it in the microwave and 10-second, like, sprints, I guess you could call it, because the white chocolate is actually a little bit more of a sensitive kind of chocolate. So we've got regular chocolate. It's okay to just go ahead and burn it straight onto the pot. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to pour it in here. I'm just going to let it, we're going to use all of it because who doesn't like a lot of chocolate? You know?
Well, and you don't need to add anything to it, right?
You don't. You don't need to. If you do feel like it's starting to harden a little bit or whatever, you can add a little bit of water. A little bit of coconut oil is a good one to add to it. Or if you need to, a little bit of milk.
Or if you have just a little bit of butter lying around left over from the caramel.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, hopefully you don't. But
hopefully not.
As you can see, these chocolates are starting to melt. So we're just going to make sure that we're keeping it stirred. If we need to add some water to it, we can. We've got a little bit here ready to go just in case. Christmas crackle, and I'm telling you, these flavors, I love the contrasting flavors of salt and sweet. It's one of my favorite things. I gotta say, I did
not have enough food when I came in this morning, so all of these candies is just making my mouth water.
You know, holiday candy, in my opinion, it doesn't count for breakfast. You can eat it anytime you want to because we are in the middle of the Christmas season.
You know, and speaking of like just breakfast, one of the funniest things, you know, my mom was always so into baked goods and creating different crafts and snacks. And my entire childhood growing up, she was a firm believer that chocolate chip and oatmeal cookies is a breakfast food.
I agree.
It's got
oatmeal and chocolate chips.
All the same ingredients as, you know, pancakes.
Exactly, it's perfect. But we've got much more. We're going to show you the rest of it towards the later part of our show. And I'm telling you, you're not going to want to miss the finished piece of it. It is delicious.
It's going to be amazing.
It is. We'll be right back after this. So we made the Christmas crackle so far. We popped it into the oven. We've got the caramel kind of melting into it. But what we're going to do is we're melting some chocolate here, but in the essence of time, we're actually just going to pop it right back into the oven. So I'm going to go ahead and just put some of this chocolate all over 2/3, I'd say, because we're making it two different ways. We're doing chocolate on 2/3 of it. So you're just going to go ahead and pop it on there.
And you were right. It really did expand to fill the entire dish there in the oven.
It really did.
And hopefully we'll get a little bit more meltiness out of the chocolate, and it'll kind of relax over all of our pretzels here.
Exactly.
And do a little bit more spreading out so we don't have to quite mash it all
grab
down.
the
Oven mitt?
Yeah, oven mitt. Here we go. All right, we're popping this into the oven really quickly, just for a quick minute, so that the chocolate continues to melt. All right, while we do that though, I would want to go ahead and actually show you what it'll really look like, because it is just so delightful. I love packing it in this fun little Christmas tin, and you can use the tissue paper just to make it really pretty. So Ben, Merry Christmas.
Well, thank you so much, Kim.
And then we'll open it up. We've got it two ways. So you've got the caramel, and then you've got the chocolate with the sea salt. If you look there, you can kind of see it. It's just quite delicious. As you look, it looks just absolutely yummy. So Ben,
Awesome.
Which one do you want to try, chocolate or caramel?
I think I'm going to go for the chocolate and sea salt one.
All right, well, caramel. Cheers.
All right, cheers. And we'll be right back after a short break.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Experience the magic of the season like never before with the Leadville Railroad on our Holiday Express. Gather the family for an enchanting journey filled with dazzling displays of twinkling lights and festive decorations. Create cherished memories that will last a lifetime on this unforgettable train adventure that captures the spirit of the holidays. Booking information at leadvillerailroad.com.
At Revival Boutique Med Spa, we take an integrative and holistic approach to skincare, focusing on the bigger picture when treating our clients. We use only result-driven and science-based products that contain clean, organic, wildcrafted, and research-based ingredients. From injectables, facials, to body contouring, we offer anything related to looking your best self. Find us in the Riverwalk in Edwards. For a complete list of services, visit us online at revivalvail.com. Follow us on Instagram at Revival Vail Valley. Fall in love with your skin again. There's lots to love at Revival. Mind, body, beauty.
Lion's Head Jewelers Fossil and Mineral Gallery. Located in the heart of Lion's Head Village for over a decade, our 4,000 square foot gallery boasts a one-of-a-kind experience that cannot be found anywhere else in Vail. We carry the most exquisite array of fine jewelry, high-end minerals, and museum-quality fossils. We invite you to come in and explore all the history and beauty that nature has to offer.
Learn the latest in science each week and how it relates to everyday life. From space exploration to plant biology to the latest in high-tech advances. Every new scientific development is explored and explained in an understandable way. Amazing stories each week. Watch Science Now.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, real homeowners tackle really big renos.
Welcome to the ugliest house in the neighborhood.
It's a wild ride from before to after.
If we go to the tile store one more time, only one of us is coming out alive.
Well, I didn't know he was going to do all that.
Between the budget and the timeline, it's makeover madness.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, you know it's the holiday season. Yes, it is here. One of my favorite things, and so many of us in this valley to do, is go see the Nutcracker. Ross got a chance to catch up with, yes, the cast of the Nutcracker.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Joining us on the couch this morning are members of the cast of the Nutcracker. Welcome, everyone.
Thank you.
You guys look amazing.
Thank you.
So the Nutcracker is showing at Friday and Saturday up at the Vail Performing Arts Center in Beaver Creek. It's presented by the Vail Friends of Dance, but you guys come from all local schools. You guys want to kind of say your name, your character, and what school you go to? We'll start on the end here.
My name's Jade Morris. I go to Eagle Valley, and I'm going to be the Dewdrop Fairy, and I also be the English talking lead in the Nutcracker.
Awesome.
I am Vivian May. I go to Battle Mountain, and I'm the Sugar Plum Fairy.
Oh, nice.
I'm Astrid McGinley. I go to Eagle Valley, and I'm Clara.
Okay.
I'm Gracie Johnson. I go to BMS, and I'm the Snow Queen.
Awesome.
I'm Abe Harper. I go to Eagle Valley, and I'm the Mouse Queen.
You look like the Mouse Queen.
Thank you.
I'm Ellie Gillette. I haven't been in school for a while. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri.
Awesome, awesome.
I'm Mike Stone, and I live in Houston. I'm playing the Sugar Plum Cavalier.
Awesome.
And I'm Ellie Drescher, and I go to VMS, and I am the Spanish lead.
Awesome. So we have a couple of you here, but there's over 80 people performing in this, right?
Yes.
Awesome, awesome. And Vivian, can you tell me a little bit about how you all got here in the rehearsal and audition process?
Yes, so there's Vail Youth Ballet Company, which is about 30 dancers, and that's like the highest level of ballet at our studio. And then there's the whole studio, which is Vail Valley Academy of Dance. But like you said, we have a really big cast this year. It's over 80 people. So it's members of Vail Youth Ballet Company and the Academy of Dance. And we have our auditions in early September, and we get our casting pretty quickly after that. And then right from there, we start rehearsing. So we've been rehearsing for like 3.5 months.
So are we feeling ready for this weekend then?
Yeah, I think we're all very, very excited. A little bit nervous for sure, but mostly
Amazing.
excited.
And but the Vail Performing Arts Center, what a beautiful venue, and it's got to be an honor for you guys to kind of perform on that. Does anyone want to talk about what it's going to be like to take that stage?
Oh gosh. It's really exciting. There's so many pictures of like huge, famous people that have performed there. It's just really an honor to perform on a stage where that many other famous, influential people have been.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. The VPAX, it's a 535-seat theater up there, so very intimate. So everyone will get good views and see your outfits. Can you guys talk about your costumes this year?
I can go ahead. So this is the Dewdrop Fairy. So I kind of like to think of it as a bit like a water drop, since it's the morning dew with all the flowers. So our dances waltz of the flowers. So this is kind of the sparkly aspect of, you know, having a bunch of flowers running around you, being the queen, I guess.
Yeah, and what's the production look like? This is kind of a big production for you guys, right? What can people expect or see up there?
It's compared to some of the more like professional Nutcracker productions. We work many hours each week to rehearse for it. We rehearse during the week in addition to our normal dance classes, so that we have rehearsals all day every Saturday. And then this week for the theater, we're at the theater every single night. Rehearsing usually till like 9:30, so it's a lot, but it's because we love it, and it's going to be a really amazing show. We have amazing sets, amazing costumes.
Yeah, and what's it like when you have that many people for one production?
It's a lot going on. There's a lot of moving parts, but everyone's so supportive of each other, and it's such a positive environment. Everyone's looking out for each other and just wanting the best and to do good. It's just really a really great time.
Yeah, and what's the dance community like in this valley? I know you guys, this is just one production out of the year, but what's the dance community really like here?
I'd say it's probably the most supportive group that I've been a part of, and we're all here for each other in a way that I have found nowhere else. I think from spending so much time together and continually practicing and things, we have all become super close and can help each other through anything, and so it's really nice.
Yeah, amazing. And the Vail Performing Arts Center, any tips and tricks on how to get up to there?
Plan ahead.
Plan ahead, that's right.
Parking is sparse, so if you're wanting a spot in the garage, I recommend getting there pretty early. There's plenty of things to do at the Vail. Once you get there, there's a bake sale, a silent auction. We've got a lot of things going on. But if you don't make it to the garage, we recommend parking down below and taking the bus up.
That's right, and then plan for about an hour to get up there
Yep.
and check it out. So Friday night, and then Saturday there's a matinee. A couple tickets still available, so definitely get out and get those tickets if you're planning on going. And then you talked about the ancillary events. Can you talk about the point shoes that you guys designed and that might be for sale for auction?
Yeah, so as a Vail Ballet company, we all have the opportunity to do like a little point shoe decorating party. And so we each get to kind of decorate our own point shoe based off of like our character or our favorite, just like part of the Nutcracker, and then they're up in the silent auction. And so it's fun for younger kids or younger dancers to purchase them and know that they were like one of our shoes.
Cool. It sounds like a my cleats, my calls kind of thing that
Yeah.
the NFL is doing. So what did you design?
I did it kind of based off my nightgown, so it's kind of like white, has like sparkles all over it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, and then you guys mentioned the bake sale. I understand there'll be flowers for sale up there if anyone forgets to get flowers for you guys. I know that's your thing, right? So tons of stuff going on up at the Vail Performing Arts Center. Beautiful venue up there. What's kind of been the hardest part for you guys, kind of getting ready for this?
I think one of the hardest parts just about dance in general is just pushing through, because you're putting so much pressure on your body and also on your brain just to do well and to keep going every single night. It's a lot of endurance and just trying to stay strong. And I think having a community of everyone that just wants everyone else to do well is really helpful with
Awesome, awesome. And we got to give a special shout out, right, to the VMS history class tuning in this
Yes.
morning, right? Before I forget, we got to shout them out. What's been the most fun thing, though? What's the most fun thing getting ready for the Nutcracker?
For me, it's like actually getting to be on the stage and like backstage with your friends and like dancing for the first time there. It's like super special. That's my favorite part. And I honestly really love the Saturday rehearsals because it's fun to get to just like dance the whole day and do something that you love for the whole day. So I like all the practice that goes into it, and then actually like the first night on the stage.
For sure, and it's just such a classic holiday performance. What's it like to kind of be part of the holidays in the valley with this?
It's great. It's really fun. It's really, it makes us, at least it makes me feel like definitely even more important and a part of the community, because we get to share that joy with everyone here.
Amazing, amazing. And what's one thing that people might not know about this performance that they should know?
It's a classical ballet, you know. There's a lot of things that maybe might be a little different to understand, but it's such like a special story, and I think whether you watch it in the Barbie version, which we did a wonderful community event with that, where little ones could come and watch, and whether you watch the classical version, it tells such a beautiful story, and it's just a very special dream that really, in a way, I think puts Christmas into a whole new light that makes it special for everyone.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. What's who's leading this charge for you guys, and who's kind of organizing all this for you?
Our amazing director, Ashley Callaghan, she does everything. We have a joke that she's kind of our mom. She's always at the studio. She's always making everything happen. Not only did she choreograph most of the show, along with our other amazing director, Clayton, she just puts everything together to make sure that we all feel the best about ourselves. It's just that encouragement that we need to keep going when it gets really tough.
That's awesome. How hard is it to juggle school with getting ready for the Nutcracker as well? I know that you guys talk, some of you are running in the mornings and doing all sorts of things. How hard is it to juggle?
It's definitely a challenge, just because all of us, like, it's our senior year, so we have a lot going on. But I think just trying to kind of like plan ahead for the week and organize yourself, like when you're gonna have time to do schoolwork and when you need to be focusing on dance.
Yeah.
You obviously can't do everything, but yeah, I don't know, it's definitely challenging.
Yeah, definitely. So are you guys already looking forward to this weekend after preparing for 4 months? How do we get people there? How are you gonna entice people to come? What do you say?
Definitely about it being an amazing Christmas tradition. Also, a lot of the music people might recognize and probably heard it before, so that's always fun. And just being able to share what we love and what we work so hard for with people at this amazing theater. Yeah, there's only a few tickets left, but there are still a few for each show. So definitely go to the Vail website if you're interested in coming.
That's right. VailPAC.org has tickets for this show and so much more happening up there this winter. Thank you guys for joining us. I feel woefully underdressed with you here, but you all look amazing. We'll be right back with more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
I I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
Just wanted to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to my family in Florida, in Delray Beach, Florida. I miss you guys and wish you were here. Love you.
All right, Merry Christmas, Thomas and Annie. We can't wait to spend Christmas with you. Love you guys.
Hi everyone, happy holidays from Vail Health.
Les deseamos una feliz Navidad y un próspero año nuevo.
Have a happy, healthy holiday season.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Happy Sunday. Welcome to the second hour of Good Morning Vail. I'm your in-studio host, Gretchen Pleshaw. I am so very excited. I got the chance to sit down with Mike Stone. He is the Nutcracker extraordinaire, such an awesome ballerina, as well as stuffing. And it's a healthy spin on stuffing we get to take a look at. So sit right back. Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the Immersion Theater.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Pleshaw, host at TV8 Vail. From fashion to food, from film to festivals, experience a unique look at the boutiques, spas, restaurants, and venues that make the Valley so special. Join me for Glitz and Glam. Find it in Good Morning Vail or at our website at tv8vail.com. I can't wait for our next adventure.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake!
Welcome aboard! Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I was so very thrilled to get a chance to sit with ballerina extraordinaire Mike Stone. Yes, the lead of the Nutcracker. Let's take a look.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, this interview has been a long time in the works. We met 3 years ago. He is an amazing, amazing dancer. Mike Stone, the Nutcracker extraordinaire. I should say the man, the myth, the legend. We're going full out on this interview, Mike.
Boy.
How are you doing this morning?
Very well, very well. It's always a great time to be here. I always, it's how I ring in my holiday season with Nutcracker.
I love that.
Getting to see some of my best friends and work with these kids, it's always just a highlight of my year.
Well, Mike, it's so interesting because you're a moment. You're like a main event for the Nutcracker. And I remember meeting you and we just like instant connection. And I was so drawn to you and just everything. And then watching you on stage, I remember the first time, because we had already met, I was like, wow, Mike can dance. Like you are absolutely brilliant. You have such a gift. Now we're going to dive in. All things Mike, how long have you been dancing for?
20 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, I started right when I started high school.
Okay. And so Mike, where do you live?
I live in Houston, Texas.
Okay. And you fly for the Nutcracker
Yep,
every
flew up,
year?
came in on Sunday morning and went straight to the studio for rehearsals.
I love that. And
Yeah.
it's so neat to watch you, I should say, with the men and women that you work with. You have such a unique bond with everyone really looks up to you. It's pretty special to watch. I know I'm not trying to make you blush, but I'm speaking the truth. So you fly in every year for this, and it's part, like you said, it makes your Christmas.
Yep.
What is your favorite? Because I know Friday through Sunday you just go straight. I've seen it. I've been there.
Yep.
I wanted to know, and I was thinking about this last year while I was watching you, which one is your favorite night, and does it change year by year? Because I can only imagine every year is different. So.
Yeah, it does change. Typically, I really enjoy the Saturday evening show.
Okay.
I feel like more often than not, that's where everything really has hit its peak.
Okay.
All of the dancers. We have a show earlier in the day, and we're tired by the time we get to our second one. But I think that little bit of tired takes everybody out of their own head.
Okay.
And you can just go out and perform and give your best show, and that's inevitably what happens, especially with all these phenomenal dancers here. They show up and they show out every time.
That's so interesting, because see, I would have thought either like the first, the opening, or the closing. That's really, because you kind of get in that flow,
right?
And you're not overthinking.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah, you kind of get to enjoy riding the wave of the performance high.
I love that.
It's
okay,
great.
and how did you get connected with the Nutcracker? How did Mike come to be?
So Miss Ashley and I have been friends for going on 20 years now.
Oh, I love that.
She's one of my best friends in the whole wide world. I mean, it's a pleasure to get to come out here and help her do this every year and be a part of it. We talk every day, even when I'm not here. So getting to do this, even though it's, you know, quote unquote work, it's more just,
right.
It's filling my soul every time I'm here. So
and we have to give a moment to Ashley, who is, you can't see her, she's off camera right now, but everyone genuinely adores you. And I think so often, like you're saying, so many people want to do this. Like you heard one of the young women say, she feels like a mom, like she is that safe space, she's fun, she's a delight. So thank you, Ashley, for all that you do as well. It's very, very true. Now, Mike, back to you in the hot seat. So the Nutcracker, this came to be through your friendship with Ashley.
Yes.
How many years are we going on now?
This is going to be my 4th production, 5 years. I didn't make it up in 2020 because of the COVID stuff, but I started in 2019 and I've done all of them except for the 2020 show.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
That is so cool. So you've seen, I'm assuming, some of the women and little girls, little boys grow up to young adults and keep on.
So the girls that are dancing the leads this year, I was watching do core work when I first came out. And so, they weren't even in high school at that point. So
is that wild?
Yeah, it's phenomenal to me to get to be a part of this and to watch them grow up and get to come back year after year, because I get to see them go from, you know, moderate level to an advanced level to just a performer.
That's
top notch.
Well, and it's wild too, because I should say the year before we met, I had taken my mom and dad, I believe, yes, and I was like, oh, the Nutcracker fun, Villar's gorgeous, not really thinking, and this is no shade, but not thinking it was going to be like a world premiere moment. I mean, really, it is such a high-end, high-class.
Very high caliber performance.
Thank you. Yes, very, very true. And we were just jaws on the ground. My mom and dad, I'm like, oh my gosh, these are young adults that live here. My mom was like so confused, like, who are these people? Where did they get that?
I remember the first time I came out and got to work with the kids. I do a lot of this type of traveling in and guesting work, and I was just so astounded at how professional they behaved, the high quality level of their dancing, the amount of the respect that they have for the people that come in, like not just me as a guest artist, but the teachers that they see day in and day out. I know it's easy to, especially when you're younger, to lose that a little bit, and they're always just such great kids.
Even their answers, I was thinking as I was watching Ross interview, I was like, okay, if I was sitting there, I would have been like, glitter, fairies. Like, I'm not joking. I'm like, who are these amazing young adults? But it gives me hope for our future, because truly, I mean, you're a little bit more put together than I was probably. But, you know, it's amazing to see them speak and just have these relationships that are really powerful.
Yes.
It's pretty awesome.
They're all so close. It is really a family at VYBC, and it's been a joy to be a part of it.
I love that. Well, it's a joy to watch you. I mean, this man can dance. You are incredible.
Thank you.
My last question for you, because I was thinking about this a couple weeks ago, actually, when we got tickets for the Nutcracker. The Nutcracker versus other ballets that you've been in, is it more difficult, less difficult? How would you kind of put it? Because to me, it almost feels like you have to take it to this level because so many people know the ballet.
Yes.
Is that a pressure, a stress?
Yes,
Is
I think that. I mean, it goes both ways.
Okay.
I think that from a technical aspect, it may not be one of the hardest ballets that exists in the world.
Right.
But it is always a very difficult one, because there is a high production quality that has to go with. I mean, it's everybody's holiday season.
Right.
And so we are trying to be the welcome to Christmas to the winter people, and so that has to have that on top of a high level of technique. It has to have that high level of performance to it.
Yeah, that makes complete sense. I never thought about it.
It's always a great time, and it's always I get asked a lot of, do you get tired of the Nutcracker? Because it is every year, and the answer is no.
No.
It's what's making me get excited for Christmas.
I love that. And does it change a little bit? I mean, I know obviously the story stays the same, but with different people coming in and leaving, is it always kind of forever ebbing and flowing?
Yes. The nice thing is that, especially with Miss Ashley helping with the choreography and creating a lot of it, is that it can be tailored. We take a general structure that is like my pas de deux, my duet, and we've tailored it and tweaked a few steps here and there that look best on my partner and on us, instead of trying to force us into something else.
So it does change. So that keeps you kind of on your toes.
Yes.
Did you like that? I love that you try. We're friends. Thanks. I love you. Well, I am so very excited. I heard there's very few tickets left. Is that correct?
Yes, I think it's less than 10 tickets to each show left.
Wow.
So
that is a true testament.
Quick,
I mean, gosh, and I do have to bring it back to this moment where you're like, this is everyone's welcome to Christmas, welcome to the winter, because truly, I'm getting emotional. As a little girl, my dad would would take me to the Nutcracker, and I remember that so vividly. My mom would say, "You guys have your little like time together," and so now, as you know, a middle-aged woman, I still enjoy it, and it makes me so happy. So thank you guys for.
Happy to. I love it.
It's so
happy
awesome.
that you guys love it too.
I hope you come back every year.
I plan on it.
Okay, good. So great talking to you. Finally, I'm so excited.
Yes, so happy to be here.
If you want to get one of the last tickets, you can head on over right to the Villar, get one of the last tickets, and I hope to see you guys there. I will be there Friday and Sunday. And keep it right here. We have more Good Morning Vail to come.
Good morning, Vail.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tvavail.com y nuestra página de Facebook TVA Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Hello everyone, I'm Raisa Pascal.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for...
Some good deals, too good to miss on Flash Deals. Now check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
Welcome back to the show. Now, this is kind of fun because I love hockey, and the Rocky Mountain Pond Hockey Championship was right here. 2 of the men that created it to talk to us all about it. Let's take a look.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Joining me on the couch this morning, we have some special guests to talk pond hockey. We have Andy and George with the Rocky Mountain Pond Hockey Cup tournament coming up at the end of December. Welcome, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Stoked to have you guys. So can you guys tell me a little bit about this pond hockey history and where it came from and kind of where it started?
An illustrious history. It started here in Avon. In about 2006, I started it, and it was an attempt, and it's ongoing, to show kids and adults that hockey doesn't need to be played 1,000 miles away, and you don't have to spend $10,000 a year on it. You can go to the outdoor ponds and develop and enjoy it, and there's no coaches screaming at you.
Amazing, amazing. And it's starting at Nottingham Lake, and now it takes place in Eagle, right? And it takes place later this month, still taking teams and accepting players?
Yeah, we are. We have a website that we have put out to the community, and there's sign-ups for all different levels of players. We typically use the traditional hockey terms of squirt, peewee, bantam for the kids, and then we have adult A, B, and C, and those are open to men and women, however they want to join a team.
Awesome, awesome. And one of the beautiful things about pond hockey out here, hockey in general, right, is it's for the fun, right? If they want to go to the NHL, they can move to Canada or they can move to Minnesota, right? But what's the pond hockey and the hockey atmosphere community like here in Eagle County?
The one of my favorite parts is we've designed it or scheduled it between the holidays. So kids at school come back and play. Alumni of Battle Mountain. I used to run a team called the Mountaineers back in the 80s and 90s. And we get together and it's like a fraternal gathering. And there are no, I mentioned everybody that strives for the Rocky Mountain Cup. It's a $7.95 hat. So keep your integrity and your character and just enjoy it, because hockey at its roots is camaraderie.
Yeah, and I know a lot of the parents are involved in this, right? What's it like to see the next generation of hockey players come through and be ready to play?
Yeah, it's great. The Battle Mountain High School, both junior varsity and varsity kids participate and help put the event on. And so they kind of grow up with that through their high school years. And then, like Andy said, we have a lot of alumni come through. So it's a real positive community event. We see old faces come and go over the years. And everybody just has a really nice time. There's food, being cooked, and just everybody's there enjoying the game of hockey. And it shows the kids and my team, the pureness that Andy's expressed here about the game of hockey.
Right, and it's all for a good cause, right? It goes towards Battle Mountain High School, which is amazing. I don't play hockey myself, but I'm a big fan of watching hockey, especially pond hockey. So even if you're not playing, I would highly recommend getting out and checking it out and seeing what you guys do. What's next? What comes next for you guys, or what's?
Well, right now, my little plug there's an Eagle Ice Crew, a bunch of dads and myself that create the rinks in Eagle, and so we're hoping to get the rinks open by next Monday, so that by the time 2 weeks from now, when that rolls around, or 3, we're not just ready, but it's Norman Rockwell. Do you know what I mean? This is you show up and there are fire pits, and I'm out there with a shovel, and I got kids doing this and that. This is community meets Norman Rockwell in a hockey jersey.
Yeah, explain kind of how an ice rink gets put together up here. Like, what goes into that exactly?
Well, there's a lot of opinions.
Yeah, okay.
Then you have to look at what the finished product is. Some people try to fill it up like a bathtub. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
Some people try to create, ice rink boards and all these things. In itself, it's a sheet of ice. And we used to do it here at the Nottingham, and it was wonderful. Right. It was awesome. Unfortunately, it ended.
Right.
But we layer it. So I have a 5:30 crew, myself and somebody, 5:30 in the morning, and then a 9 o'clock at night. And as we layer and layer and layer, you build it up, and then the kids and parents come just like gnats.
Yeah. And the
it's
kids gotta
awesome.
love it. The kids, it's different, right? They're probably
Right.
used to playing in Dobson and other places. They gotta love being outdoors, right?
Yeah, they love being outdoors, being with each other. It's their time to truly just play hockey without coaches or, parents kind of watching them and critiquing everything that they're
Yes.
doing. So they truly gain so much skill by doing the pond hockey outside of their regular practices. We only, get an hour of ice time. Out there, they can spend 3-4 hours just playing the game and learning their hand skills and stick handling and passing and all that stuff.
Yeah, and that's amazing. I don't think people realize just how much effort and teamwork goes into what you guys do, which is impressive to see. So awesome. And then what are the teams like? Teams of 3? How many teams do you guys have or are you expecting?
Go ahead.
It sells out pretty much each year. I've been involved going back to the early 2000s, and the teams it's a 3-on-3 tournament, and you can have teams up to 6 or more if you pay for the individuals. My team, as I age, gets bigger, so you need a few more. But George mentioned it, and it's a fundamental part of pond hockey. There are no coaches.
Yeah.
I used to chase coaches away down at the rink here at Nottingham from Front Range, whatever, saying, this is for the kids. You can cheer, but there's no strategy.
Yeah.
If they don't back check, they don't back check.
Yeah. And it's slightly different, right? Because it's a pond hockey tournament, so the rules are a little adjusted, right?
Yes.
Awesome. And then what do you guys do year round, or what do you guys look forward to after that?
Well, with Battle Mountain High School hockey, we actually play in the fall, and we kind of get the kids going in the Colorado Prep Hockey League. And so I spend some time in the summer doing some summer workouts with them, and then we play that fall season, and then it gets into the CHSAA season, which just started a couple weeks ago.
Amazing. Yeah. Hockey's a great sport to spectate, great sport to play. The camaraderie that comes with it is amazing. Where can people learn more information?
Well, they can reach out to me at 970-743-6610. Hopefully I got that number right. We also have a website, and feel free to reach out to Huskies Hockey. They can reach me at huskiescoachwilson@gmail.com. That's probably the best way to get a hold of me.
Okay, awesome. Anything else you guys want to add about the upcoming tournament?
Parents have just as much fun as the kids because they're at the fire pits having a alternate beverage, and we're also welcoming them to come down because out of nowhere a few years ago, an example, we needed a grill master, and John Michael Lyles brought his daughter down, and guess who was a grill master? Was his dad. I hadn't even met them. So the unexpected is part of pond hockey, so parents become part of it.
Amazing. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Good luck out there. I hope you guys stay warm at the 5:30 crew and the 9 p.m. crew. Good luck out there, and best of luck to all the skaters out there.
Thank you.
Awesome. We'll be right back with some more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Hi there! Are you ready to explore famous neighborhoods from New York City to Kentucky? Watch The Neighborhood with host Nicole Newman. featuring famous people, unique history, and delicious places to eat and drink. Our viewers get an inside personal look at each neighborhood. With each episode, we learn, grow, laugh, and live like a local, not just a visitor. Welcome to the neighborhood. Check your local program schedule and tune in.
Hi, I'm Ben Belgrad, and I'm the owner of Drinking Vessels here at Bat Country Studios in Minturn. And I've been in the Valley for 7 years. I moved to the Valley because a friend helped me to get my vision off the ground, building my glass studio here, and being so close to snowboarding. So here at the studio, we're acting as a broker for 50 to 100 artists from around the country. We also offer glassblowing classes, and we bring many artists from around the country here to be able to work and create art collaboratively and be so close to skiing and all the activities we have here in the Valley. Here at Drinking Vessels, we specialize in handmade glass drinkware from artists around the country and around the world. Some of these are produced as more of an item you could get in sets and kind of get different color options as time goes on. And some of these are completely one of a kind and really high-end art that's unlike anything people have seen before. While I'm an artist myself here at the studio, I'm representing between 50 and 100 other artists from around the country. And most of these artists are able to spend most of their time working on their art while we help handle their marketing and their sales and the distribution and representation, allowing them more time to focus on their art. That's really my privilege in running this business, is creating that support and providing that platform for this big group of artists that are part of a movement that's very important to me.
Good morning, Vail.
Now, when you think about the holidays, what do you think about? I think about food. Emily showed us a healthy spin on holiday stuffing.
Welcome back. Right now I'm here once again in our kitchen with Emily Davis of Whole Essentials Nutrition. She is cooking more healthy, delicious food for us with the holiday in mind. Emily, how are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm excited to dig in. This looks and smells delicious and we haven't even started.
It's probably the herbs that you're smelling. So yeah, today I thought I would share with you a healthified version of some of our Thanksgiving or holiday favorites. So today I'm doing like a paleo style stuffing. Paleo meaning that it doesn't include bread. So that's what I'm sharing today.
I'm excited about that since I can't eat bread. So let's get to it. Although sometimes that's the part that we crave and we want.
Yes, and I think, you know, like the conversation I have with a lot of my clients, I do work with a lot of people who need, for various reasons, to eliminate certain foods, bread and gluten being one of them, depending on how you react. If it's that once a year thing that you love and want to have, then have some, right? I mean, you all know your body's best, but yeah, make that decision. But I think as a whole, my thought is like we can make that day a little better, hopefully get people feeling a little better after the meal, while still having really delicious food.
You know, you make an excellent point because we do, if it's something that you just don't eat because you're trying to be healthier, then maybe you can make something like this, still get all the flavor and enjoyment, and maybe splurge on something else.
Absolutely.
Or if it makes you feel bad, you can just enjoy the holiday a little better and not have some of the issues that maybe you've had in the past if you've indulged in some of these.
I think so. Yeah. Again, like you all know, you know, your body's best, but I think we can definitely just feel better by like making some adjustments. So yes, this recipe is dairy-free, gluten-free, happens to also be nut-free and soy-free, and I mean lots of things, while focusing and including on some really delicious and flavorful foods. So we're not skimping in any way, I guess is what I'm saying.
But ideal for your holiday table. So
Yeah.
where do we start?
So I have prepped ahead. The recipe that I was using called for butternut squash. I used sweet potato instead because when I was shopping for this last night, I was looking for a convenient way to get the recipe started, and I wanted something in the produce section that was already peeled and chopped, and they didn't have any butternut squash. They had sweet potato, so that's what I did. So in other words, like it doesn't really matter. You can substitute like the starch that we're using for a couple of different things. So you're gonna roast, start with that and roast, and I've already done that step.
Beautiful.
So
looks
yeah,
very
they
delicious.
got a little too close to the element last
That's
night in the
how
oven,
I
but that's
like
okay.
Do you add a little bit of oil before you roast
Yeah,
it?
so all I did, like I said, I got these in the produce section. If you're looking for just a really convenient way to get this started, already cubed and peeled, you're just gonna put about a tablespoon of olive oil with a little bit of salt and pepper. That's it. And then roast on a baking sheet for about somewhere between 30 and 40 minutes is what I did. So. And really, like, once you get that started, then you could do this. And so altogether, this recipe would take about 30, 40 minutes. It'll really come together pretty quickly.
Probably the longest is chopping everything.
Yeah, so the other ingredients, just to kind of go over what I've brought. So sweet potato or squash, whatever you choose. I'm using a pork sausage, and you could use a chicken, you could use a turkey sausage. The important thing to me is that there is an added sugar and added preservatives and lots of different things, and this one doesn't have those.
And we've recently found a vegan sausage that we really like, actually.
Vegan sausage, or keep it out, right? There are options, but today I'm using pork. And then we're gonna do celery, apple, some cranberries. Again, I'm looking for cranberries without any added sugar. Hard to find, so look at the label. And then the herbs that I'm using, sage, rosemary, and thyme. And I prefer fresh herbs. Yes, you can get away with like just having these dried in your cabinet, because most people do have them, but it's gonna really enhance the flavor by using fresh.
Which is always a good thing.
Yeah, the nutrition and flavor, actually, you're really enhancing. Oh, and then onion, I don't think I mentioned that. So those are the ingredients, really pretty easy to find. I've mentioned a couple of different variations, so that's all we're doing. And so to start, I've turned on the heat and we're just sauteing. I'm using avocado oil because it has a higher smoke point, and I just need like about a tablespoon. So you're gonna turn on the heat and then add your oil, ideally.
And you could use a different type of oil, but you prefer the avocado oil.
I stick to olive, avocado, or coconut. And so for this particular recipe, I would do olive or avocado, yeah. So then we're just gonna saute onion and celery together. We're gonna get that started for a couple minutes before we add the sausage.
And just a couple minutes, that's all it needs. You don't need it to be especially soft or...
So good question. So these are gonna need to cook longest, and so that's why I'm starting with them. So a couple minutes until the onion is translucent, then I'm gonna add the pork, then I'm gonna add the apple and herbs, because those things don't need to be cooked as long, if that makes sense.
I always tend to overcook. I over roast, I over saute, which can be a problem.
Well, and then think like this is gonna then go in the oven. And so, yeah, we don't need to cook it more than a couple minutes just to kind of get it going. While that's cooking, I'm going to show you, so with the fresh herbs that we're gonna add later, thank you. So the thyme, you don't really need to do too much to the thyme, and I'm not you can kind of see this. At the end, when we're ready to add this, I'm just gonna pull them off of the
Because you don't want that
the
thick stem, right?
Right, you don't want the stem. So I'm just gonna, like with my fingers, I'll show you later, but I'm just gonna pull those off of the stem. That's all you need to do with this.
Is it a problem if you do get some of the stem in there?
I mean,
You don't
it's gonna
want
be
to,
crunchy.
but- okay, but that's it. It's not.
Yeah, it's not terrible. You can eat it.
Hazardous.
Nope. And then the other two herbs, rosemary and sage, we're going to mince. And so with the sage, I'm gonna pull the leaf off. I need about a teaspoon of each is all. So I'm gonna take about 2 leaves, and I'll show you what I'm gonna do with that in a second.
Do you use a little more if you have dried? Or less?
I would actually use, you could get away with less fresh because it's gonna be more potent.
Okay.
Yeah. So as always, depending on what flavor you like, how much you like something, you could use more or less, but start out with about a teaspoon. And then the same thing with the rosemary. I'm gonna like pull it off of the stem, but then it's a lot bigger than the thyme, and so I am going to cut it. So just so you know, that's kind of how you
just chop it a little bit so it's
yeah,
not so long.
not such a big mouthful of rosemary. Okay, so this looks good to me. And I'm gonna add the sausage. This has just paprika added to it, and like I said, what I'm looking for is no added sugar.
So do you read the ingredients on everything?
I sure do.
I'm not surprised, but that's important.
Most questions that people ask me, like I had someone who asked about, oh gosh, what was it? I can't remember. Just yesterday, someone asked me about something, and I said, like a healthy product or something that sounds healthy to people, but isn't always. Like, check the ingredients. You don't know.
You made that point last time you were here, especially with gluten-free and gluten-free bread.
Yeah.
I had no idea, and
Yeah.
now it's trying to find a better substitute.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, lots of processed.
We're gonna
stuff.
take a quick break and let the sausage cook. So make sure you don't go anywhere. You want to come back and see exactly how to assemble this delicious dish with Emily Davis. So we'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there. TV8 Vail is serving the community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Stop by for Good Morning Vail at 7 a.m. and stay all day for lifestyle favorites such as Good Day Vail, Daily Flash, Suki and Scott, and more. And you're sure to find the adventure you crave with back-to-back episodes of Scoreboard Nation and Outdoor America. Find us all day, every day on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on TV8Vail.com, and on all our social media platforms. There's more for you on Channel 92.
My name is Tyler Alvarez. I work here at Sweet Basil in Vail. I'm a bartender here. I originally came to Vail to snowboard. I slept on my sister and my cousin's couch for what was supposed to be a week, turned into 2 months, and then I found my own spot, and then kind of made friends and worked different places in the valley and kind of just fell in love with it more and more every single day, and ended up finding my way to Sweet Basil through some friends who worked here and all the great things that I heard about it. And yeah, I've been here for 4 years now. It's hard to wake up in Vail and be upset when you look outside. It's just beautiful. My favorite part about working at Sweet Basil is definitely that I could be proud about everything that we're putting out, whether it's food, drinks. We also get to be really creative here. The bartenders, the whole team here, we workshop our menus every season, so we'll start with a spirit or an ingredient, and then we get to be really creative and make a whole project of it. And then when we get the final product, it's a drink that we're all really proud of for the whole menu, and that's super fun, just being able to be creative and work with new things. And the most fun cocktails to make, though, are definitely the ones that we get to create from scratch. When people take a sip and say, oh my God, this is delicious, or they just love it. And that's probably the most fun for me, the creativity behind it and making unique cocktails. That, for me, that would be the most fun drink to make, just the one that you start from scratch and then people are excited about. I'm Tyler, I live and work in Vail. Come see me at Sweet Basil.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, I don't know about you, but I am so hungry. Let's take a look more at this stuffing, healthy stuffing.
Welcome back. We are here with Emily Davis. Our sausage is cooked. We are making delicious stuffing for our holiday tables. So what do we need to do next?
So the sausage is cooked. That really just took maybe 8 minutes or so. And then we're going to add the apple and herbs, because just a reminder that those don't need to cook very long at all. And so that's your final step before you put everything together. So this was a pretty big apple. I've just used half of it. You could use more, but you can just kind of see I've chopped it up.
What type of apple? Does it matter?
It doesn't matter. This happens to be a Honeycrisp, but yeah, the short answer is it doesn't matter. I think the Honeycrisp are a little bit more flavorful and sweet, and I definitely do like the contrast of the salty and fatty and sweet, so that's just my preference. But so we're just gonna add it to the sausage. And yeah, to me it looks like that's plenty. I wouldn't do more. Like I said, that's just half the apple. And then the herbs, you can kind of see I've just minced the rosemary and sage, and then we're gonna add in the thyme just from I don't know what to call it, off the stem. I don't need to cut that one. I don't know how to say it.
It smells, your dishes always have such great aroma.
It's really, the fresh herbs are really gonna do that for you. So these are affordable. You can find them almost anywhere. They're not hard to use. So like I was saying before, the thyme, I'm just with my fingers going to pull them off. And they're small enough that I don't need to mince them like I did the others. About a teaspoon.
That's it? You just pull them off?
That's it, yeah. So that's how I'm using those fresh herbs. And again, I'm just gonna...
So this doesn't need to cook very long, because once again, you're putting it in the oven and you've already cooked the sausage.
Exactly. Yep, so apples and herbs go in the very last step. We're not really cooking more than a minute or so, just to kind of incorporate. And then the last step, like I said, I've already roasted I'm using sweet potato, and so I'm gonna add it. Go ahead and add that in.
Oh, just dump this in there.
Yeah.
I was gonna do it the other way around.
And you could, honestly, it probably doesn't matter, but this will incorporate maybe a little better. And then the other thing I would say is we're gonna put this in the oven. And if you're using an oven-safe skillet like I am here today, then you can just keep it here, right? Then you're gonna put this directly in the oven for about 30 minutes. If you don't have an oven-safe skillet, cook it like we've been doing, and then you're gonna put it into a baking dish. So I brought both so that you could see a couple of options. So I'm just gonna incorporate this And then the only other ingredient, it is optional, but if you like your stuffing to kind of hold together a little bit more, more than what you see here, then you would add an egg at the very end. And so that's going to help the mixture kind of.
So be more of a stuffing, traditional bread stuffing consistency?
Exactly. And if you're using the egg, then it's going to need to be about 30 minutes in the oven. If you're not using the egg, we've already kind of pre-cooked this, it's only going to need about 15 minutes in the oven. So know that that's going to be different.
So if you don't use the egg, it's just going to be more like what you see here. Just
Exactly.
a little bit more, not as together.
Yep, exactly. And just because I can't really show you that whole process, I'm not going to add the egg, but this is when you would do it. You would just whisk it in a bowl together, the egg whites and the yolk, and then you would add it, not crack it on top, right? So that's what you would do. And then that's it.
That's it.
That's it. So really, I mean, this came together in about 30 minutes. It's really just a handful of ingredients. Oh, I lied. You'd add the cranberries. I almost forgot my cranberries.
Is this something you could make ahead and put in the fridge or freezer?
I think so. And then even like I prepped and roasted the veggies last night, and I don't think that's going to matter at all either. And so if you wanted to prep something the night before to make day of prep a little easier, then that's an option.
Always important, and oven space too.
Oven
So
space,
it's nice
exactly.
This recipe is pretty adaptable for that.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean this really is, I think, a great alternative, like we talked about, someone who needs to eliminate certain ingredients, but still wants to feel part of, you know, the festivities. Like this would be something that would be great to bring to a family or a work gathering or something. Like that's one tip I guess I always talk about with clients who ask me this is, you know, take control of that. Don't show up to a party empty-handed and think like there's nothing for me to eat. Bring something and know that you can at the very least eat this, you know?
And while you're cutting a lot of stuff you don't want, you're not cutting flavor. It's going to be delicious, and you might not even miss traditional stuffing. I don't think you will. I haven't tried it yet, but
yeah, I don't think
sure
I'd miss it either. And there's variations to, you know, lots of holiday favorites. This just seems to be one that I get asked about a lot, and so I wanted to show an alternative. So.
And you mentioned that this is paleo, right? It's
paleo, yeah, yeah. Meaning so. Paleo, kind of going to like Paleolithic ancestors. The theory is just that we didn't have grains, and so it's not even just gluten, but someone following a paleo diet wouldn't be including any type of grain at all. So.
And I know you have a certification in that as well.
Yeah, I do. So I'm an autoimmune paleo coach. Work with a lot of people with autoimmune disease as one of my specialties. So.
Which I'm sure is very helpful for many people, as that's
a
way that many people need to eat now.
Yeah, and it's becoming, for lots of different reasons, a lot of people are being diagnosed with autoimmune diseases, so, yep.
What else will you have on your holiday table?
So this year, I actually plan a menu for a recovery center. I think I might have mentioned on here before, I planned their holiday menu, and there's a farm that I'm affiliated with locally, and I'm going to get the turkey from the farm. I'm probably going to do this recipe, so a paleo style stuffing. We're going to do some roasted veggies. We're going to do a mashed cauliflower versus a potato. Pumpkin panna cotta, I think, is what we're doing too. So variations on some favorites, but definitely a healthier twist.
It all sounds delicious. Can we all come?
Yes, you're all invited.
Where can we get more information about you, Emily, and everything you're doing?
So probably my website is the best place, wholeessentialsnutrition.com. You can also find me on Instagram under that name. But yeah, either place is probably a good place to start.
Sounds good. Well, thank you so much. Always appreciate you spending time with us in our kitchen. And this looks absolutely delicious. It's going to be on my table. So
thanks for having me.
Appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back with more.
Good morning, Vail.
I
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
Come on!
Vail Vibes has taken you all around town to showcase the best of the best when it comes to après-ski, our beloved post-ski pastime of cocktails, food, and hot chocolate. But what about before the slopes? Well, Treff Cafe at the Sonnenalp offers both. I got a chance to talk to Zach Lewison, the beverage manager, and we came up with a term to describe what goes on first thing in the morning before you ski.
Avant ski.
Avant ski, French for before ski. Zach says what you do before the slopes is every bit as enjoyable as what you do after, and Treff Cafe has you covered. In addition to their assortment of pastries and snacks, Zach recommends this delicious drink.
This is a Jameson Irish coffee. So Jameson, a little bit of sugar, some coffee, and then topped with some fresh, heavy whipping cream.
So if you want to take the edge off your morning jolt of caffeine, this is the drink for you. And another caffeinated cocktail Zach recommends?
This is called the Carajillo. So it's Liquor 43, which is a almost like a graham cracker flavored liqueur, and espresso shaken over ice.
And for those who like to keep it simple, there's my drink of choice, good old-fashioned strong coffee. Treff Cafe has the best of both worlds, a breakfast and coffee shop with a bar and an après-ski hotspot.
Fridays and Saturdays from 4 to 7 p.m. We're gonna have a DJ in here. We're gonna have some really fun, cool after ski cocktails. It'll be a nice, fun party. We're gonna have a lot of champagne flowing and a lot of people here to help out.
So stop by first thing in the morning to start your day, and then don't forget to make your way back in the evening for some après-ski fun. For TV8 in Vail, I'm Avija Scarborough.
TV8, there's more for you on 92. Serving the local community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Good morning, Vail.
Hopefully you had a great day with us here in Good Morning Vail. I know we really enjoyed it. That cup of coffee, all the fun things we talked about. The holiday season is here. The Nutcracker, how exciting, as well as the pond hockey. I definitely need to check that out. And holiday stuffing. Have a great Sunday, everyone. Get on out there, enjoy that, hopefully some snow, looks like sunshine, and have some fun in the sun. And we'll see you next time here on Good Morning Vail. Bye, everyone.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to